Be happy. Be healthy. Be your best. Be your best.
So we're at that time of year where the clock's just changed where I live. Or some of you may live in Arizona or somewhere where they don't change the clocks, but state I'm in, they change the clocks in Colorado. Now, I personally am one that really like it when the clocks go where I have more light after work. I don't like getting out of work and going home in the dark. I just don't. So my favorite time of the year is May, June, July, August, because I get to go out of work, have a few hours afterwards to take my grandbabies for a walk. Just, I just really enjoy evenings that have sunlight until right around 8 to 9 p.m. Well, when it goes the other way, I just immediately go into just a mild form of depression that I've had to learn how to work with supplementation and habits and stuff like that. So some people prefer it to be light in the morning. Other people like me prefer for it to be at night. I wish they would just stick to one or the other. And obviously my preference would be that they stick to the one that makes it where I have more light at night. Anyway, so what does it do to you when those clocks switch? Okay, why are some people really affected by when the clocks switch? I'm not really, other than I just get a little aggravated when it gets to the time of year where it goes back to where I don't have as much light after work. But there can be some profound changes in some people's lives because of the change with daylight savings. Some of the things can be the fact that you're falling asleep later than usual. Okay. Another one can be that you are waking up in the morning groggy. Just get up, you can't get going. You just feel off, can have a little bit of brain fog. Some people just say that it just throws them for a loop when it happens. Also feeling a little tired during the day, extra tired. It's like the system is just off. And some people, it can be weeks, sometimes it can be a month, sometimes it can just be a few days. They just feel extra tired during the day. So the reason that daylight savings time can make some people feel really yucky is because it actually interrupts something called your internal circadian rhythm. Your body actually has a clock inside that is set by a part of the brain. And when that gets messed up, what happens is similar when daylight savings time starts. It's similar to when people are traveling with flights and they start crossing the different time zones. For example, they start in the United States and they end up in Europe, or they go farther, or they start in the United States and they go all the way down to New Zealand or Australia. It gets to where they get where they're going, or when they come back, either one or both, they have what's called jet lag. Well, with daylight savings, it can be that there's actually a form of what's called social jet lag. And that's just the fact that the circadian rhythm gets messed up by that hour, and it actually can create jet lag. Now, some people can travel all around the world and never experience jet lag at all. Other people can travel and actually be incapacitated by it for a few days. So depending on who you are is whether or not you actually have these effects that we're talking about. So that shifting an hour of light to the evening, we can lose sleep. We can suffer a little bit from morning darkness, experience hormone imbalances. Sometimes what can happen is the serotonin lowers a little bit, and then there can be higher melatonin cortisol ratios can be off. And so this can really mess some people up just temporarily, but it can just be something that disrupts them in their normal routine. So here, this can cause fatigue, irritability, reduced alertness. And so what practical steps can you take when these shifts in time happen in your life if you're in one of those areas where regularly it springs ahead and it falls back? Well, some of the things that you can do is you can gradually adjust your sleep schedule by about 15 to 20 minutes earlier each night, a few days before the switch. You can get direct sunlight in the morning. Now, why does direct sunlight in the morning help? Direct sunlight in the morning helps because when the sun is just coming up, If you can't do it through a window, you have to be outside. It only takes about 5 minutes on a really sunny morning for that direct sunlight. You can sit on your porch with a cup of tea or coffee. You can take a short walk. And in 5 minutes, that light that comes in goes directly into the brain through the eye and helps keep that circadian rhythm through the pineal gland and the parts of the brain where it's adjusted properly. Okay. So getting direct sunlight in the morning can help. It's more like 15 minutes if it's a cloudy day, but as little as 5 minutes. And usually what happens is once you get out there, if it's a nice sunny day and you've got the time, you find yourself walking longer anyway, which is good for a number of other things in the body. Maintaining a strict, consistent sleep schedule once the clocks change in either directions. Setting it where you go to bed at the time you normally go to bed according to the clock and sticking to it until your body adjusts. And then make sure that you're avoiding late afternoon caffeine or using alcohol to help sleep, because both of those can be where, in addition to the daylight savings time messing with your system, you have the caffeine with the adenosine sites, and you have the alcohol that can hit you later on in the middle of the night as far as sleep patterns. So try really hard once the clocks change either direction. Minimize blue light screen time. Typically before bed, you should have at least an hour where there's no TV, no phone, no tablets, no blue light. Kind of think of it as doing a mimic of what there used to be before electricity. It used to be candles in a book. Well, it doesn't hurt to just have it be where it's a regular light bulb and you actually do some reading, some meditating, hot bath, hot shower, walk outside at night, something like that, without having any of that blue light, because the blue light messes again with the circadian rhythm. So then if you're doing that in addition to daylight savings time, you kind of have a double whammy going on. And then if you absolutely have to, take a short 20-minute, no longer nap in the middle of the afternoon through the adjustment period. So there's a link here that you can follow. I have found that this is an excellent company. I don't get paid by them. They're just somebody that I was able to see the results of their product and was able to get a link from them that my people could use in my podcast. It's called Moon Brew Company. And the reason that they are so good is if you look here, you see that there is relaxing sleep support from magnesium. It helps with cognitive function from tryptophan. It helps with some zinc. It helps with some chamomile, and it helps with some theanine. The combination of all of these things, if you use what they have about an hour to 2 hours before you want to sleep, is just magnificent. It's non-addictive. It doesn't have anything artificial in it. They've got some lovely flavors that you can use. They have different flavored powders that you can put into hot water and drink as kind of like a dessert before bedtime. They sweeten with a little bit of stevia, a little bit of monk fruit, no sugar. And just an excellent, excellent product. And they just recently came out with gummies you can just chew on and have it be that all that happens is about an hour later or so, all of a sudden you're just like, wow, I just need to go to sleep. I'm really tired. And so they are just a really, really excellent company that you can use. So I hope this helps you understand why when daylight savings time hits that you might just be a little off kilter for a few days. And I highly recommend that you use that link and check out that company, because it's something that you can use year round to get better quality sleep and to just overall help the parts of the body that are designed to help you sleep well. So take advantage of the link and hope that you get some good Z's and are able to adjust more quickly to daylight savings time.